What if the lump you ignore in your breast today becomes the battle of your life tomorrow? Did you know that for every 10 women diagnosed with cancer, at least 2 are battling breast cancer, making it the most common cancer among women in Kenya?
The first question I asked the doctor was, what's my prognosis? And the doctor told me, I think you have another 1 year with us.
So we are back in our matatu, which is a judgment-free zone. When did you first suspect that something was wrong?
My breast cancer journey starts way in 2014. I attended a medical camp, and there was a breast cancer survivor who showed us how to do self-breast examination. From then, I just started doing, the self-breast examination every once a month or so. In December 2015, I remember feeling something in my breast. I was told it's hormonal imbalance. From one hospital, I was given antibiotics. But when I went to now one of the big hospitals, I was told that it was a lump and I needed to do a test. Doctor advised I just do a surgery to remove the lump. So I got the diagnosis after the surgery was already done, and I was told I had something called ductal carcinoma in situ, which is basically stage 0 breast cancer.
This is how you do a self-breast exam. Stand in front of a mirror and look at the size, the shape, and the skin. Then, using your fingertips and in circular motion, start from the outside of the breast, going in towards the nipple. Don't forget the space between the breast and the armpit where the lymph nodes are. Then lie down and repeat the process. What to look out for? A lump that feels hard and is round, discharge, and skin dimpling. Maybe walk us through the treatment plan and that surgery.
So the first time I got the cancer, I had now the lumpectomy, which wasn't done properly, then followed by a mastectomy, the removal of the whole breast. And then after the surgery, I was put on hormonal therapy, a drug called tamoxifen. I was supposed to take it 1 tablet a day for 5 years. Yes, and I continued with that treatment till around end of 2018. I noticed that I had a lump underneath my mastectomy scar. I was sent to do ultrasound and core biopsy, which both showed that the core biopsy showed that the cancer had come back. And so I did another scan, a full body PET scan, and it showed that the cancer had not only gone to my lymphatic system, but it had also gone to one of my lungs. And at that time, so I was re-diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. And I remember this was just a day before my 27th birthday. The first question I asked the doctor was, what's my prognosis? Because I knew stage 4 is not curable. And the doctor told me, I think you have another 1 year with us.
Breast cancer usually starts in the milk ducts and can spread to the nearby tissue, forming a visible lump. When it spreads to the lymph nodes and other organs, it is called metastasis and can be life-threatening.
Initially, I didn't want to take treatment because I knew how chemotherapy and radiotherapy can take a toll on somebody's body, and it's also expensive. So I got the recurrence, now the 3rd recurrence. When I was in the process of now going back for a treatment, I got pregnant.
So you have stage 4 breast cancer and you find out you're pregnant. How does this affect your treatment?
So I had to first go to my doctor. You can't do chemotherapy during the first trimester. So she explained to me that my options, either terminating the pregnancy, and if I was to keep her, I had to start chemotherapy after the first trimester to just ensure that the progression was not much. It was actually very smooth, and I have to say I felt even much more healthier than I was before. So I carried the baby to term. And I also breastfed her till she was about 8.5 months old.
That's wonderful. What was your source of strength?
My source of strength, I have to say, was God and her. You know, looking at her little feet and hands, that gave me strength. It still does to date. The support system, which is made up of my family, other cancer survivors, caregivers, you know, you cannot do this alone.
Let's take a question from the DW Africa Facebook community. Mansour from Yola, Nigeria asks, how can men prevent breast cancer? 0.5 to 1% of men get breast cancer. How to prevent it? One is to reduce the known risks of breast cancer, that is reducing alcohol and cigarette smoking. Regular screening is important, especially for individuals who have family history of breast cancer. And also awareness of the danger signs is important. Mwende, thank you so much for sharing your story. It's been so inspiring. If you're watching this and you've gone through the same, or you have a loved one who's going through the same, share your story. Someone is listening and needs to hear it.